Alright, what's up guys? Another episode of Pixel Effect here. And while I originally had recorded the audio for this video in the game itself, it's still set to my stream settings when I have my mic. Basically in my Elgato program, I still have the mic set and the audio levels, it mixes together and it's still set to it's set to stream audio. So when I talk, it mixes, like the audio is still pretty loud, but it's mixing in too much. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go through here and talk over what I did. But anyway, also just fair note, if you hear any Japanese girls screaming or a lot of Japanese words you do not understand, you know, it shouldn't pick up too much. But I'm actually as some of you know, gotten into Destiny's Child lately, the game. And it is currently running in the background. Like you can auto run it to do battles for you, and I have it set to do that right now because I'm trying to get the daily item, and you have to play it so many times to get it. And so it's actually on my bed charging my phone, and I have it on auto battle. So I hear screaming Japanese every 5 seconds. But anyway, Wayforward was graciously nice enough to send me a review code of Mighty Switch Force Collection tonight, and I cannot thank them enough for this. This is huge for me. As most of you guys know, when it comes to my channel, I play a ton of different games. It can be any company, any game, it's news stories, stuff like that. But one company I put above anyone else, excuse me, is Wayforward. That is my banner, is Shantae. Any commissions I get for t-shirts and stuff, it's Shantae or Wayforward related kinda. And I just enjoy that company. They're very nice. I've talked to the staff in the past when it came to the Kickstart. I've talked to them for the PR, and they're just amazing. They're amazing people. Matt and the team are just great. They're super nice, and this is the biggest thing for me, for them to have actually sent me a review code. I didn't ask for it or anything. I was just checking. Literally, if I hadn't checked Google tonight, I wouldn't even have known. I just checked and saw they gave me one. I was like, holy crap, is this real? You know? And I'm so thankful they did. So thank you guys at Wayforward again for this. Seriously, it means a ton to me. And yes, but anyway, the game is Mighty Switch Force Collection, and it contains the original Mighty Switch Force, Mighty Switch Force 2, Mighty Switch Force HD, basically, which is a remake of the first one, but with high def graphics. Think Half Genie Hero graphics. It looks amazing. And Half Genie Hero Academy. It's the last one. And every game is great. Every game runs perfectly fine. You know, I can't complain. You know, you can't complain. There's nothing bad to say about this collection. It's every game gloriously put on next gen systems. It looks amazing, but each one runs fine. The console I got was Xbox One, but it's also on Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC, so you know, you don't gotta worry. But Mighty Switch Force Academy looks amazing on the big screen too, seriously. But it goes for $20. It has 1 to 4 players, rated E10. It comes out July 25th, so this week, Friday. So yeah, look forward to it. Or Thursday, actually. Sorry, it's the 24th today, so it's Thursday. But it runs great. Like, it's fluid. It took me a while to get used to the different controls from the different games. So fair warning, try not to jump in between each game too much, because it is a little different. And if you jump from, say, Mighty Switch Force 1 and then jump to Mighty Switch Force Academy, unless you're used to the series, I wouldn't recommend that, because it does change somewhat, you know, from that. You know, the controls, the gameplay, they're different, of course. And it takes a second to get used to it, you know, if you jump between them like that. But each game looks great. The first Mighty Switch Force, you can tell, it still looks good and it still runs great, but it is the earlier one, and the hitboxes feel larger on it, so you need to be careful about that. But otherwise, everything runs fine. I played through several stages of each game, and each one runs perfectly fine. Yeah, each one runs fine. The music sounds great in each soundtrack. It literally sounds, if you have headsets, I recommend playing with headsets. It sounds amazing, like to the T. It sounds great. The and the music does not flood, even at max volume. The music does not flood over the gameplay sounds. Both fit each other perfectly. They sync together perfectly. Like I said, the controls are great. It's easy to switch between the the switch the blocks easily. The enemies look great. The girls you rescue look great. The ugly baby looks great. And it's one of those games that's really fun. If you like platforming games, this is more of a puzzle platformer where the stages are short, excuse me, and they require some thinking. Like, nothing too intense. A few puzzles late game do require you to kind of think on your feet real quick, and once you learn the trick to that stage, you'll get it. But the first time through, you may sit there and like, man, how do you do this certain puzzle? It just takes a second. Like, say one, for example, there is a fire enemy and there are wood blocks. If you have to basically shoot him to the second platform with a block. It's a catapult block, as I call it. You have to launch him to the next platform to basically burn that block. The only thing is, if you launch him while he's on fire, he will explode when he touches the ceiling. So what you have to do is get him wet and then launch him. Basically, you have to put out his fire. Launch him, he will not explode. His fire will come back in a few seconds and he will touch it, burn it. You keep going. Things like that. Little puzzles like that. Some enemies you have to kill to proceed. Basically just push them in front of a block and crush them. Little things like that. But it's still fun. This is not a game where it's like a huge world. There are a ton of stages, you know. Each game has, it's over 70 stages altogether. And each one has a par time, basically a time you have to beat. And it's so fun trying to beat those times. Like, you will rush through it trying to beat those times, and sometimes you'll make a slight mistake, and once you get into the groove of it, and once you get used to this game, any small mistake you make, you'll just want to restart the stage. Like, sometimes you can still finish, but sometimes it'll get to you so much you'll just want to restart. That's how I do it sometimes. I continuously restart stages when I make small mistakes, because it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna make it, just restart it. But dude, guys, this is a great game. It's only $20. If you ever played it, and even if you have not played this series, I cannot recommend it enough. Like, seriously, this is not just because they gave me a review copy. I'm not one of those people. If your game's bad, I'll tell you. There was an indie guy, indie game producer, and they made a game. It's buried somewhere in my playlist. It's like a horror game, and they gave me a free copy, or it was up for free, and I played it, and it was buggy, and I told them, and they said thank you. It's like, no problem, but you may want to fix this and this. I'm not one of those people who will just praise something blindly, but Wayforward always comes through. Like I said, it's just a great game. I cannot recommend it enough. This is definitely getting a 9. Like, I still have the Mighty Switch Force games on PC, and I cannot recommend this enough. Like, the games are fun, and I hope eventually we get another game in the Switch Force series. Any game from Wayforward, I hope we get a sequel of. Like, anything their mainline series, like Shantae, this. I know we got Shantae 5 coming out. I hope we get another Switch Force eventually. But this is great in itself, because like I said, Wayforward is such a great company. Seriously, they do good work. They do good work, and from what I've seen and the effort they put into this, gives me great hope for Shantae 5. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, seriously guys, if you never played this game, I promise you will like it. But again, I'm giving you guys fair warning. It is a game that will push you to speed run. You can enjoy it without speed running. Seriously, it doesn't penalize you for taking a long time, but you will want to speedrun this eventually. It's one of those games that it's a good practice game to learn how to speedrun, like Shantae games, sorta. Like, this is kind of where I get speedrunning from, because you learn how to make certain jumps, you learn how to, you know, kill certain enemies faster. Maybe you could have took a different route to get to this girl first, and it would have made the rest of the run easier. It's great. It's a great game. It's a great series. Check it out, guys. Again, Wayforward, thank you so much for this. It means a ton to me for you guys to give me this code. I hope to keep working with you guys in the future. Like I said, seriously, this meant the world to me this afternoon. Like, I've been working on this video. I've been playing the game all night. You know, I'm gonna wake up late for work tomorrow because I've been playing it all night. Like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning now. Like, I'm gonna go and get 4 hours of sleep, but I thank you, Wayforward. Seriously, it means a lot. But that's it for now, guys. I gotta go because I'm sure my neighbors want to kill me because I got this Japanese game running in the background over here, and all they probably hear in their beds, their eyes wide open, is Japanese girl screaming, and they're like, "What in the world is he doing over there?" But until later, guys, I will see you. But definitely check this game out. It comes out Thursday. It's $20. You'll like it. Seriously, for 4 games, it's a good deal. But until next time, guys, I'll see you. Have a great afternoon, morning, or night, or whenever you watch this. And thanks again, guys.